Welcome, folks, to the Max webinar on this beautiful 15th of February 2016, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Mike LeBrun. I will be one of your hosts. I would like to introduce to you our first presenter. This is an incredible couple. This is Eric and Liz Asari out of Brampton, Ontario. These are two incredible individuals that in their first month have hit bronze and silver. They're definitely blazing a trail for others that are following up and leading with them with Max International. She's a banker by trade. I'm going to let her share her story. But please help me welcome Liz Asari. Please take it over.
Thank you so much, Mike. And welcome, everyone, to today's webinar. Like Mike said, my name is Elizabeth Asari. I've been in the banking industry for about 25 years. But the reason why I joined Max was because of the impact that we saw on a very, very good friend of ours who was having some really, really difficult health issues. It was like night and day. And I myself, I was having some health issues. And when I took a look at the Max opportunity, and I decided to try the products. Before I tried the products, I couldn't sleep at night. It was very, very difficult for me. But when I started taking the products, what I realized was that I had more energy, and yet I could also sleep soundly at night, and I had more mental clarity to do all the many different things that I enjoy doing. And so that's why I started Max. And at Max, people join us for a variety of reasons. Sometimes to break free of the life that they have, to be free from financial stress, to do more for others, to leave a stressful job, or even to have more time freedom. Sometimes people also join us because they care about health for themselves and health for others. So let's take a holistic look at our Max business. Our founder is Stephen K. Scott, a very successful entrepreneur who created billions of dollars in sales by finding breakthrough products. You might know of his most successful product, the Total Gym, with Chuck Norris and Christy Brinkley. Now, Steve also happens to be a best-selling author around the world. He's written many books about the Bible and about principles for living and for business. And when he was first introduced to our very first product, he knew that he had found the biggest breakthrough he had ever seen. So what did he do? He went to two of his biggest competitors, Bill Gathi and Greg Grenko, and he asked them to become personal investors in the business. And this is how Max International began. Our scientists are equally impressive. Dr. Robert Keller, he developed our very first product. He was triple board certified, and he worked with the sickest of the sick. For many, many, many years, he had worked to find something that could help improve their quality of life. He was named Humanitarian of the Year, and he was also one of the top scientists of the 21st century. It was his breakthrough product that first got Steve Scott so very excited. At the same time, we have Dr. Herbert Nagasawa. He was working on a similar challenge. Dr. Nagasawa worked on his research for over 25 years. His research was funded by the U.S. government to come up with a science that would change the world. And because he knew that we at Max were already leaders in the field, he brought the science to Max International. We have doctors and scientists from all over the world who sit on our advisory board, not because we pay them to advise us, but because they know how important our science is, and they care passionately about getting it out to the world. So why did all these incredible business people, doctors, and scientists come together? They came together to solve two major causes or two major concerns in our world today. The first is our health. We are facing more than 80,000 chemicals and toxins in the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and the food that we eat. We have high levels of stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, and all these things are causing so many health challenges. We are also facing a global financial crisis. Our young people cannot find good jobs. People are being laid off and downsized. And for so many of us, it is very hard to make ends meet. We can help with both of these issues with a miracle molecule called glutathione. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Laurie Lab. Laurie is a silver associate in Max, and Laurie is someone that I refer to as my twin sister because we have so many things in common. Laurie hit both bronze and silver within 30 days of joining Max. So please join me to welcome Laurie Lab. Laurie, take it over.
Thank you so much, Liz. I totally agree with you. We're sisters. Mom's not the same, but essentially we're sisters. We're both bankers, of course, as well, which is not something that we necessarily get excited about. But at the same time, we do bring a lot of financial background and importance of that with our teams. So I'm actually with Max in large part because of what the products did for my husband. And the significant improvement in his health basically led me to looking even more seriously into what was happening in his body, because I'm a really curious kind of gal, and I like to follow the rabbit down the hole and learn a little bit more. So when he became sick in 2007, I couldn't control his illness, but I wanted to learn more about his body and what he was going through. And when he started to have significant improvement with these products, I also wanted to know, what's really going on? So did you know that your body is actually made of billions and billions of cells? Even if we look different from the outside, we have the same basic genetic makeup of cells. These cells have a natural lifespan and die every 90 days. So actually you're a complete new human being every 90 days. But your cells don't come back at full health. In fact, when your cell dies, if it's lacking in certain elements or it's short on them, when it comes back, it's at the same standard or quality that it was before. So it's not a brand new cell. It is a new version of the old cell, a carbon copy, if you were. So these cells also produce things like glutathione, and they contain glutathione. So what is this glutathione? It's actually produced naturally by your cell when it has all of the necessary ingredients. It's your body's most powerful antioxidant, detoxifier, and it strengthens and balances your immune system. It neutralizes many different types of free radicals and protects against oxidative stress. And these are really important things because of what they lead to if your body's not helping you with these. So let's take a look at what glutathione is. Again, it's something that's in your cells, and over time your body uses this to defend itself against all of those things we mentioned earlier, like oxidative stress, cellular inflammation. It fuels your immune system. It does so many things, but you use it, and so it runs low. And as it goes below this critical level, you become vulnerable to over 300 known illnesses. 74 families of illnesses, but essentially 300 known illnesses. If you could find a way to raise glutathione back above that critical line, you'd actually move back into a health situation and turn your back and become less vulnerable to all of these known illnesses. So the benefits, again, of having good glutathione levels in your cells is that it helps you maintain energy production. It's going to strengthen and balance your immune system. And I say balance essentially because a lot of people today deal with things like chronic illness and autoimmune disease, which is often considered an overactive immune system. But what it does is glutathione is the general of those troops. So it brings your immune system back in line. It detoxifies your liver and cells, and this is crucial as well because if your cell is toxic, it can become mutated and cancerous. If your liver is not properly filtrating all of the toxins out of your body, it also is a bad breeding environment for illness and toxicity for your actual organs. It improves mental focus and clarity, improves the quality of sleep, reduces the effects of stress, and I don't know many people who live in a stress-free environment just simply because of our lives today with all of our electronic devices and distractions. It improves your skin. your athletic performance. And at this moment, there are almost 124,000 studies published on PubMed, which talks about levels of glutathione in relation to illnesses. These are independent studies done globally. So the bad news about glutathione is essentially you use it as you age. So you're born with much more of it, never exactly 100%, because while we inherit certain things from our parents, we also inherit some of their toxins and their environmental situations. So we're born with a certain amount of glutathione, and this level over time decreases because of basically exposure to sun, alcohol, smoking, a little less of that these days, but essentially to the environment, to life. So it's important to support glutathione levels in order to maintain your overall health and well-being. Glutathione is an important protector of those cells and all of your internal organs. So how can you increase glutathione? There are not a lot of products available in the market today that will help you raise glutathione in a natural way through food, because the ingredients in it are not in strong enough quantities to really get to where it needs to go. And there are synthetic versions of glutathione in the market, but they're not compatible with your DNA because they're actually drawn from genetically modified corn. Corn. Okay, but that's not your mammalian blood, so it's not human, which means it's not compatible. So your cells don't actually accept this into themselves in order to turn around and do what it needs to do. So it is a temporary solution, and it in fact actually works against your glutathione because it views it as being a raiding army, and it tries to fight off this synthetic glutathione. So what is our response to this? Well, Dr. Nagasawa's response actually was ribosine. He found a way to help your body get the ingredients it needed to raise its own glutathione. It took him 25 years of research. There are currently 22 peer-reviewed articles, 38 patents and patents pending, and it's the most advanced glutathione technology available in the market today. And it is solely in the hands of Max International. It has been proven through studies and tests to help your body raise its glutathione levels over 300%. So if we take a look at Dr. Nagasawa, once again, he's got 47 years of professorship and research, senior career scientist at Minneapolis Veterans Administration Medical Center. He was one of the lead scientists for the VA and professor of medical chemistry and toxicology, 32 years as senior editor, and 170 peer-reviewed and published articles, which is fascinating because most general doctors don't even have a one, but he's a research scientist. He's phenomenal. So his technology is actually really simple, but what it achieves is fantastic because your body can perform miracles when it has all of the ingredients necessary to do its job. So ribosine is in actually many of our products, including this, which is our flagship product called Celgevity, which has ribosine, but it also has another 12 powerful ingredients which support the production of glutathione and detoxification as well as reduction in cholesterol within your body. So these ingredients include things like alpha-lipoic acid, resveratrol, bioperin, turmeric, and you may not necessarily know what all of these benefits are, but that medical council that you saw in the earlier presentation, they are actually involved in making sure that all the right ingredients are getting into our products. There's no wasted ingredient. They're all purposeful. Max ATP is ribosine fuel. It's actually your body's natural source of energy. ATP is something that lives and is basically created in your cells just like glutathione is, and it's what your body burns for energy for the first few seconds when you move into any type of activity. But for mental focus, when you're sitting in a long meeting, or for kids with ADHD, they really need a lot of that to be able to focus on anything for any prolonged period of time. Sort of doesn't make sense, but it does, because when you take a look at how your body system works, it is your body's natural energy on demand. Max Infuse is our vitamin. In these little pouches that taste a little bit like fruit punch, there's the equivalent of what you had to eat of about 20,000 calories of food, or 70% of your daily required intake for vitamins. So this is not to replace a meal, but this is to ensure that you're getting all the proper nutrition during your day, because certainly not all of us make the smartest choices. A lot of us are very busy, and unfortunately, we degrade our bodies by not allowing ourselves to properly eat. And our food, even when we do eat, often does not contain all of the ingredients we need to basically have a strong and healthy, balanced life. So this, again, includes about 70% of your daily intake. Switch is our weight management system. I actually like to call it my fat management system, because what it does is it supports your body's natural systems. Again, the common theme here, in your brain, it regulates whether or not you're going to actually produce fat or muscle. And so, unfortunately, the food you eat often sort of messes around a little bit with this mechanism in your brain, and the result is your body makes the wrong decisions. It will typically store fat and burn muscle because it's getting the wrong message. And this means that if you're eating, let's say, 3 or 4 meals a day, your body should actually be eliminating what is excess, not storing it. You're not in starvation mode. But because it's working properly in your brain, what happens is that your body actually thinks it's starving and stores things in fat, which also, unfortunately, is where all of your toxins go. And it burns muscle because it goes, wow, that's like filet mignon, which is not good. So what this does is these products modify that switch back to where it's supposed to be. And between the capsules, water, because you need a lot of water to help eliminate those toxins, and fiber, which is the curb bar, which tastes a little bit like a granola bar. Some people like it crumbled up on yogurt. It's going to make sure that all of those things that your body is trying to remove in the fat actually gets removed out of your body and not reabsorbed. So while we've improved your body situation, we also want to make sure your skin has healthy levels of glutathione. And it's important because your skin absorbs all of the air around you and the toxins in the environment, not just because of what you ingest, but what you're exposed to. So all of these products, again, are formulated to have the optimum ingredients to make sure that your body is able to produce glutathione. This includes a cleanser, a 1-minute wonder, which is fantastic. It's an exfoliating system that uses aloe in it. So it actually beads on your surface of your skin as you roll it around, and it removes that layer of skin without any of those harsh abrasives that you typically see in this type of an exfoliator, which contains things like little plastic beads or little broken shells for nuts, which is not really good for the environment or really for your skin. There's a facial serum, which helps to tighten all of those saggy, droopy areas around some of our eyes and our mouths. And women would like these maybe to come in larger amounts. But essentially, again, it's really good for making sure that you have that nice smooth look on your face. And there's a soothing moisturizer. All of these products, again, have fantastic ingredients in them, and they're meant to help your skin produce more glutathione. They smell great, and they are very good for you. So Max's products are all manufactured to meet the strictest standards of safety and quality. This includes also being certified by the Banned Substance Control Group and the NSF, meaning that we're actually produced at an NSF certified facility, which also says that essentially all the ingredients are carefully measured. So everything we say that's in the capsules is there, and it's in basically the same dosage from one to the next. It is Health Canada approved and certified. Not only that, but the company actually went to Health Canada and said, could you please reconfirm that all of the things that we're making in our statement are true and valid so that we can actually say that, yes, our product will raise glutathione levels in your body because of the ingredients by up to 300%. And absolutely, they confirmed that after 3 years of studying all of the research, they supported that we could claim that, yes, we are truthful when we say that we give your body the ingredients it needs to raise glutathione levels by 300%. So all of this is really important because, of course, it's important for us as a company to be able to say that all of our products are safe for everyone to take, whether you're a professional athlete or amateur or a regular person, and they're done under the strictest, basically, production requirements. So now I have the pleasure of introducing you to my mentor. Somebody that a lot of us have gotten a chance to know very well. He was all of 45 minutes away from us. Mike and Lynn LeBrun are double diamonds with Max, and they've been with Max for almost 9 years now, and they're fantastic because of all of the work that they do to support us as team members, all of the things they do to encourage us, and more importantly, all of the Mike LeBrun that he brings to the table. So I'm going to pass you over to Mike LeBrun right now.
Well, thank you, Lori, and thank you, Liz Asari. As you can see, folks, these are true sisters. They have the passion, the ability the coaching ability to coach and mentor literally hundreds of people that they've got in their team, and they're just two amazing ladies. So thank you to both, and we'll hear from both of them here in a few seconds. You know, the Max business for Lynn and I will tell you my background is franchising, and what I love about it is the difference between a franchise and Max is hundreds of thousands of dollars of difference. When you buy a franchise, you invest a small fortune that you've collectively collected over the years, and you put a one lump sum in something like you're taking a gamble, because not everybody will say, hey, you're assured making millions with a franchise. They can't. It's impossible. But with the Max business, what we can assure you is it's a perfect model for you to go to work, because after all, this is network marketing. It's not wishing. It's not net wishing. It's really network marketing. But really, we have to take a look at first the global industries today. Global weight loss, $586 billion. Now, look at this. When you look on the slide, 50 to 63% of Canadians and Americans are considered overweight or obese over the age of 15. Now, that's a lot of people, folks. Global skincare industries, $115 billion. Global nutraceutical industry, $117 billion. But look at this. The life expectancy versus the health-adjusted life expectancy. So an average woman will die 83, but her HALE is 72. That means she'll have diseases, disorders, she'll have aches and pains. She won't have the quality of lifestyle till the age of 83. She'll have the quality of the lifestyle till 72. So we like to call this, 1 foot in the coffin, 1 foot on the ground. No, that's pretty scary, folks. Do you want to be like that? So, global energy drink industry, $49 billion. Now, folks, that's a lot of money, but that's the industries that we are playing in with right now. So, between the NFL and the global music industry, $15 billion last year, the global music industry, and the NFL, $9 billion. So, folks, our industry itself, the global network marketing annual revenue, is $180 billion strong. Jim Rohn, America's business philosopher, said it best. Network marketing is the big wave of the future. It's taking place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. If you're on this phone, folks, you got to ask yourself, what are you looking for? Two bankers before me, two bankers in the banking industry, where many, many years ago used to make a lot of money, but now it's the opposite. The employees make less money, and the banks are making billions of dollars. What's wrong with that picture? We are now just a number, an employee number. That's what we are. So are you looking to be the boss? Are you looking to be your own boss? In any corporation. Now, it's not just the banking industry, but everything, and combining everything. So the customer income for us is, you can see that it's going to be slow. You're going to be making money right now with customer income, but it's not a big flow. You're going to be doing the bridging income is when we talk about Fast Track and Prime Bonus, which we're going to take in a few minutes about this. We're going to talk about this. And then the residual income is going to be slow, but when you get there, that's going to be the majority of your binary income, the matching check, and the max living bonus. And as you can see, I'm pretty excited about this, folks, because what do you have to do? First, for qualifying for commissions, you're automatically going to get some product. But the minimum the company wants you to do is 100 PV. And then you're eligible to make 7 ways of making money. Now, this is really what's cool about it, folks. We're talking preferred customers. So guess what? If you get a customer, when you get a customer, in addition to that, there's many ways. But when you get a customer and they buy, let's say, $200, you're going to make 25% of that sale. If they buy $100, your commission is $25. If they buy $200, your commission is $50. Fast Track bonuses is, people ask me all the time, how did I come in? Well, the person who got me involved, I asked him, I said, listen, I want to give some samples away to some people, and I want to sell some samples away to some people. What product pack should I get started with? And he says, it's really up to you. And he showed me the benefits of the starting pack, and I got involved with the Premier Pack. That was a $150 Fast Track for him. So every time you sign up somebody who buys a Premier Pack, your commission is $150. Now, we've got packages that range from $170 to $999, but these are optional packages. People don't have to, but people want to because they see the value in the packages. Prime bonuses, we're going to get into this in a minute, where you can make up to $1,500 a month. and up to $18,000 a year. That's a lot of money just for one way. In addition to that, you get the binary team commission, you get the matching check bonuses, the global pool bonuses, and the max living bonus. And folks, again, I'm not going to touch on every one of them, but I'm going to give you enough thirst tonight that you're going to say to yourself, you know what, there's money, there's income here to be made. So level one is you want to receive up to $75 every single month. How do you do that? You sponsoring 3 people with minimum, they have to have a minimum, just like you, 100 personal volume. But that's called your first generation. In your first generation, including those 3, you can go sponsor 2 more people with 100 PV, or maybe they can get some customers. As long as your total is 500 points on your first generation, you're going to make up to $75 every single month, and that's called level 1. Now, level 2 is you helping those 3 people that you personally sponsored reaching their level 1, and that would be your level 2. And then so on and so forth. Level 3 is helping those people in your level 2 get to their level 1, which would be your level 3. Now, that totaling up to $75 for your first level, up to $300 in your second level, up to $1,125 for your third level. That makes earning up to $1,500 a month. And again, folks, that's on top of, in addition to, the binary team. And the binary team is very significant, folks, because I'm going to leave this slide here for about 5 or 6 seconds, but look at the payouts of the possibilities that you can earn money. For my wife and I, we did our due diligence. We started in this corporation 9 years ago on the 14th of March. So that was 14th of March, 2007. So that would be 9 years. And what I liked about it is I said to my wife, I wanted to get double diamond. First I said I wanted to get double diamond in 2 years. But because of her due diligence, because of the people we got involved in our company, because of the people that we knew got involved, they saw the vision, we were able to accomplish double diamond in a short period of time. I will tell you, folks, that when you get involved in Max, it's what do you want to do? What position do you see yourself holding? All right? Now, with that being said, where the money lies in Max is when you take a look at how do you get involved. Well, to me, it's how you get started. To become an associate, here's what you get to become an associate. You get all the customer service from when customer service is open at home office. They do all the research and technology. They do all the legals and the patents. I was on a call and where Joe Votiki said, Salgevity's patent is right up to several years from now, dozens of years from now. So these are patents that every product has a different patent and is going to be to many years from now. So we got lots of time because we have the rights to these patents. Production, warehousing, delivery, marketing, branding. We're talking about websites, video, Max app. To me, that is the beauty. Max app. I run a multi-million-dollar business out of my phone, folks. Can you imagine that? Out of my phone, multiple $1 million in sales go through my organization every month. Why? Because I did my due diligence and I wanted to work this business, and I still work this business as many hours as I can per week. And that's what it is what are you able to put in your business? Billing and collection, they do all the work for us. Payroll, human resources for $49. But this month only, folks, January and February, they even waived the $49. The only thing they say to you, get yourself on 2-product auto ship. Most people get on 3 products auto ship because they want to see the benefits of all 3 products. Now, what does it do to you? Well, when you get involved, the first thing that people ask you is, how did you get involved? Did you get involved with a personal pack? Did you get involved with a premier pack? Did you get involved with a professional pack? So personal, professional, or premier pack. And as you can see, the numbers are there from $130 to $179 right up to $999. Now, if we wouldn't have the promotion of the $49 is free when you buy your 2 products this month, the $999, they do not charge you the $49 distribution rights when you get that package. All right? Why? Because they know you're serious about developing a strong business. And don't forget, folks, we are open now in Canada, U.S., Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Costa Rica, Colombia, El Salvador, Hong Kong, Ghana, Malaysia. Literally just got NAFDAC approval for a couple of products in Nigeria, and we are about to launch Ivory Coast. So, folks, you can see that if you like to travel, guess what? It's a business expense at the same time because you're going to do business down there like I do several times a year. So we've achieved over 300 million plus strong in our first 8 years and paid out over $150 million in commissions. So you might say to yourself, why Max? Well, affordable breakthrough products, low investment to start your business. We're talking $49 and a couple of boxes of products, and no educational requirements. An international marketplace where you can play in 13 countries, terrific tax advantages, recognition and rewards, and also the benefits from residual income. So you might ask yourself, what are some of the key requirements? Well, dream big. Folks, when I take a look at, when we were young, and then folks, I am young. I'm 48 years old. But when you take a look at when we were young, our parents told us, go to school, get yourself a good job. Go to school, go to college, go to university, and get yourself a good job. That's yesterday's news. Today's news is most people will change careers 5 times in their lifetime. So guess what? Are a lot of people that you know is there a lot of people that you know that's going to get a really good pension plan by the time they retire? Folks, the answer is you got to be realistic. So are you willing to work bigger, dream bigger, but work on your fortune, not somebody else's? And the last one is the biggest one. Willing to learn and unlearn. And because when we take a look at this, and I want to bring these two ladies back because they've got some. I want to bring Lori Lobb and also Liz's husband. And this gentleman is Eric Asari. And Eric is an accountant by trade, but it does Max on a full-time basis. And he's got an awesome story. It's short, precise, to the point, and you're going to love his story. So Eric Asari, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here, Mike.
Eric, if you could share with us your story, please take it away.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mike. As Mike has been saying, my wife and I, we've been in Max a little over a year. And the reason why we came to Max was that we saw a family friend who had undergone severe health issues. But when we saw how she had regained her energy, her strength, her vitality, and her zest back as a result of taking the Max products, we knew that it was a no-brainer. Also for me, as well as an accountant and also as a certified soccer referee, my go-to products are Max ATP and Longevity. In the summer, I referee a lot of games, and sometimes on a Saturday, I do about 4 games back to back to back. And anyone who is involved in soccer will know that there's a lot of running involved, and especially when you are running after 17 and 18-year-old boys with a lot of glutathione. You need all the help that you can get. So Max ATP and Longevity are my products. I don't know what I would have done without these products. So in a sense, this is my Max story.
Amazing, Eric. Thank you for those words. Well, Miss Lori Lobb, if we could have you again, you've got such an amazing and powerful, Lori is also a blogger and professional speaker and presenter, and I love her story. So, Lori, if you could share your Why Max story.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, in 2007, my husband actually got very sick. He was hospitalized for 7 months, and it changed our lives. I mean, when somebody gets really sick and you're 33, 34, and they're telling you this is something you're going to deal with for a long time, it sort of changes a lot of the things that you're thinking you're going to accomplish. Our youngest daughter was at the time only 7 weeks old when he was hospitalized. And so you have to reevaluate. And in all honesty, it's very hard to feel like there's hope financially because, of course, now suddenly I had all of the burden of not only the 3 kids, but my now basically disabled spouse, relying on me to sort of take care of them both financially as well as moral and physical support for everything, including bagging groceries and all of the repair work. And a lot of things change in your life when those things happen. And I tend to be a very practical person. Over time, things improved. He never quite got back to obviously where he was before he became sick. And in 2014, we were actually in a lineup at a bank for personal reasons, not for work. And we ran into a dear friend of ours, Mr. Raymond Poirier. And Ray is somebody that we've known for some time. And he actually said, JF, I found something that I know is going to help you. And we took our due diligence because a lot of people who deal with illnesses and medications often will be a little bit more cautious. We're often told by our doctors, be very careful what we take in our bodies, and we looked into it and we decided, you know what, let's do it. And 4 days. It took 4 days, and my husband's life changed, which means that our lives changed as a family. And that's where I started to look into it a lot more seriously, because certainly as a banker, there's certain things that we can do to help people create income. But if I could do that for somebody else, I mean, that was something that I got very passionate about, given that I'd come from a situation where I didn't feel like there was a lot of hope medically, and that, you know, our financial options were really affected by all of this. I wanted to be able to make sure that people really took a hard look at this in a serious way. And yes, I do blogging, because I think it's really important to get the message out there internationally, and I really want to help everyone realize that there are options for them to take charge of their lives and get better.
Thank you, Lori. And again, you know, folks, you see that these two young ladies, and I call them young because I'm the oldest one of all three, is that, you know, there's just an amazing, you know, they're both amazing couples, first of all, but these two ladies are just, you can see in their voices, they've got passion, not only for, you know, for the product, but really to take this to the world. So they've made their decision. Now it's your time to make your decision. Your life today is a result of your attitude and decisions of the past. Your life tomorrow will be the result of the decisions you are going to make today. Life is a decision. Seize the opportunity today. And I'm going to close with this. This is our founder, Stephen K. Scott. One dream, one vision, one team, one mission. And these people know exactly where they're going, what they want there. Truly, Lynn and I were very fortunate to call them, you know, are some of our very best friends that we've acquired in Max International. And folks, that cannot be replaced by income or by money. What we've accomplished in the friends that we've made across the world with Max International. So my name is Mike Lebrun. I am Max International. We are Max International. And folks, we will see you at the next Max event, wherever that may be. Have a great day.